Morning, my fellow family, friends, and colleagues. This is your girl, Dr. Charity, aka the Queen of Divas, and I'm here to give you your weekly encouragement on today. Well, on this beautiful, finally chill, calm down, a little less humid, lovely, beautiful, blessed summer day, I hope and pray and wish that everybody who is tuning in and lending an ear right now is still gracefully and with all faith and assurance tapping into it. Tapping into what is rightfully yours, what rightfully belongs to you, and what you desire and deserve. Because, as I'm going to continue to tell you, it is closer than you think. Do not think that it's far and miles and years away, because the very time that you think that it's years and time away and I got time to spare is when you're going to see a sign. When you sit there, you're going to see a sign that shows, oh my God. So you tell me, if I would have did this right now, I would have probably had it right now. Oh my God. Oh, okay. And when you try to move and tap into it, it might be too late. So, I hope that everybody is tapping into it because it's yours. It's rightfully yours. It's right there. It is waiting on you. You are not waiting on it. And that's why on today I got a lovely, beautiful weekly encouragement for those who feel like, well, I'm in this phase where I don't know whether I'm coming or going. So I just want to wait until things just fall into place. Once things fall into place, I got a nice, beautiful plan of how we're gonna go about that. But right now, I just feel like if I make one move, I'm gonna be looking stupid, and I don't want to make a fool out of myself, and I don't want to do all that and look crazy. Is that you today? Is somebody out there feeling like if I made one step, even though it doesn't sound or look or make any sense to the natural eye, what I'm trying to do, and I would look stupid or I make a fool out of myself, and I want to avoid that? Anybody out there today? Is that you? If anybody may be a little bit off of it, let me give you an example. Is anybody out there want a specific car, home, or something like that, and don't got all of the resources, got some resources but don't got all the resources, and feel like I'm just going to wait till I got everything to perfection to go obtain that, because I'm not going to look stupid going out there trying to go get it right now? Is that somebody today? Somebody maybe dealing with an illness and saying, I want to do something, but I'm going to wait till this illness actually is under control before I do it. I'm not going to try to make no moves before I do it. And is that somebody today? Is that somebody today? Okay, because if that's you today, I'm talking to you. I need you to lend me your ear. I got an encouragement for you, a motivational empowerment for you today. Just listen for a few minutes. Just want a few minutes of your time, because I got an encouragement to give to you that's going to motivate you to do the unbelievable, because sometimes it takes that to get and obtain the impossible. Just listen in for a minute. Just listen in for a minute. If I had to give this weekly encouragement a title, it would be simply, The Time Is Now. Do something. Let that resonate for a minute. I'm going to say it again. To you, whoever's listening and tuning in. The time is now. Do something. Well, for anybody that's listening today and saying, well, Dr. Charity, the time is now. What does that mean? The time is now. Do what? I'm glad you asked. This weekly encouragement is specifically telling you, beginning today, that your time to take action, I don't care how much it looks crazy. I don't care where you're at in life right now. I don't care whether you don't know whether you're coming or going. It doesn't make natural sense, because nothing is manifested in the natural and in the humanistic realm. I do not care. This weekly encouragement is telling you the time to take action and move to do anything to obtain that which you claim yourself waiting on is now. Today. You do not have the time to wait. Okay? Because I'm gonna give you an explanation. A lot of us as human beings, when we go through that grieving state, that valley stage in this process, we usually sit down. We usually lean back. We just sit down and chill. We sit down and say our prayers that God deliver us from this area, and then we cry our tears and we just sit there. We sit there and wait till a miracle shows up, and then when you close your eyes and open it back up, it's like coming out of a dream. The valley is gone, the sun comes out, the rain is gone, and everything falls in place. And then we want to say, oh yeah, now I can go out there. So now I'm going to go out there and do it this way, this way, this way. That's not how life works. Your best planning is done when there is no way. You don't plan when there's a way. You plan when there's no way. It's just like when you go on a vacation or a trip. Nobody plans to do anything. They don't plan out what they're going to do once they get there. You have a blueprint in your brain before you even leave your house of how you're going to get there and what you're going to do once you get there. You don't wait till you get there. And the same thing applies in life. Your time is now, not tomorrow, not in the next hour, not next week, next year. Your time to move is now. You do something now. That's why I told you beginning in this year to tap into it now. Do not. We are at the halfway mark of 2024, going into the 7th month of 2024. This year is almost over, halfway over. So the time is not later, it is now. You do not wait, because I told you, it is there. As I said last week, like Pastor Bishop Clarence McClendon said back in 99, the promise has already been made. God just ain't released it. It ain't got nothing to do with God doing it. God has already done it. It's already done. It's just ain't manifested because God ain't released it from out of the spiritual realm into the natural realm for you, because there's something that God is waiting on you to do. That's what that means. And that's why I'm telling you to move. Do something. The time is now, not later. For tomorrow is not promised to no human being. You don't know where you'll be tomorrow. You don't know where you'll be next week. You don't know where you'll be next month, even next year. There's no promise. So that's why you move now. I used to think the same thing. I used to think, well, I'll sow my seed once I get a confirmation and an invitation that I'm able to do it. I didn't want to take no step of faith. I just went out there and decided, I'll sow the seed once I get confirmation that everything is all right. But I'm going to tell you from my own personal testimony, if I would have done that, guess what I'm going to tell you right now? Had I done that in life, I wouldn't have never been a mother of 3 kids. Had I done that in life, I wouldn't have never known what it was like to live on my own. Had I never done that in life, have I never stepped out on the faith and moved and took action and did it right then, I never would have went back and got a bachelor's degree. There's a lot of things. Had I not done it, I never would have had a car in my name, nor a driver's license. So I'm telling you today, you've got to step out and do it now. Take action now, even though it looks crazy. It don't have to make sense in the natural to make a move, as long as the promise is of God. It doesn't have to make no sense. Just move. Just do it now, for the time is now. Do something. You can't sit in the valley and do nothing at all and wait for the miracle to just come to you. That's not how it works. I'm not saying in the valley you're not going to cry. I told you in the beginning of this month, I've sown in tears. Sow in tears. God didn't never say, life didn't never say you can't grieve. What life and God said, though, is that you cannot grieve forever. You can't grieve months and months and years and don't do nothing. Now you ain't going nowhere with that. So you got to make a move. Ain't nothing wrong with grieving in the beginning. But then you got to pick yourself up. You got to dust yourself off and decide, I'm going to do something. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you take one step, that's when God takes 2 and 3 for you on behalf of you. But it first starts with your step of faith. So on this day to day, I want you, for your time is now. Know that the time is now, and know to do something. I don't care if it's a baby step. I don't care if it's just putting the toe in the door. Do something. Put the toe in the door. Make a baby step. Make a humongous step. Do whatever it takes to get yourself, to get the ball moving where something is going to happen. Because as long as you make an effort, you'll find yourself coming out the valley before you know it. You'll realize that the valley won't that bad. After you sowed your tears and after you made that first step, no matter how big or small it was, you make that first step, you'll be surprised that you'll start seeing the scenery in the valley start fading out. And you'll see a rainbow like I did the past 2 days. 2 days in a row, I saw a full-blown rainbow of all 8 colors. 2 days in a row, which means nothing but promise. And I knew what the Spirit was telling me. I even shared it with my other half. And he said it was nice. And it was. Because it's confirmation that my promise is on the way. So today, I'm telling you, the time is now. Do something. I do not care how big or small it is. Today, I'm telling you who are listening in to do something. Because whatever you're waiting on is here. And it's here for you right now. But you've got to take that move of faith, no matter how big or small. You take it today, and you'll see God begin to make a way. It's going to happen in your favor, beginning today. Well, that's all that I have to share with you on today, but tune in next week for another weekly encouragement. Subscribe to Lady Superwoman on YouTube at Lady Superwoman 9999 for all of your weekly encouragements. And know that I love and appreciate every last one of y'all. And thank you so greatly for your support. And just to remind you, the time is now. You got to do something, because the promise is waiting on you. If you make that one step, starting today, watch the miracle come your way. I love you. See you next week. Bye.